Supporting Ayumu. Written by Dias Penguin. Read by Rashi. Hey, your hair is different. That was the first line Yu said upon meeting her girlfriend at the train station. The pair hadn't planned to do anything new, but Ayumu had decided on her own. She had tied her hair up in a ponytail showing her neckline. The girl didn't really acknowledge Yu's comment, instead replying generically, "Hello." Something about it didn't feel right. Yu had to think for a moment, and it seemed the Yuri gods were watching, because Yu could feel a little wiggle in her brain, saying she needed to compliment Ayumu now. "It looks nice."
You think so?
Ayumu smiled and turned to show off her hair better. Yu laughed a little internally. Despite being one of the most talented and accomplished people Yu knew, Ayumu could be very sensitive sometimes. She needed Yu to hype her up and cheer her on. Otherwise, she tended to fall over. And it was Yu's responsibility to give her what she wanted. They shared a chicken and rice platter at a family restaurant. Ayumu must have skipped breakfast, because she ate more than half the plate by herself. Yu spent most of the time watching her. "Ai-chan's form has really improved lately. I wonder if something fired her up," Yu said. She had been carrying a one-sided conversation up to this point, as Ayumu was busy with the food. "Rina, as always, has been working hard. She's such an interesting person with her board. I feel like a few people really relate to her. And Karin-chan looks so mature and sexy. Her charms are so amazing."
You've been watching everyone closely, huh?
"Of course. Everyone's dancing is so fun and full of energy. It's no wonder Nijigasaki has been so popular lately."
Right.
Ayumu moved a fork of chicken to her mouth, but her lips didn't open. She twirled the fork a little before asking,
Have you been watching me?
"Of course. Your songs are all so cute, but you're always so sweet. I bet people who listen to your songs can hear your feelings." Ayumu blushed heavily and began shoveling food even faster than she did before, much to her girlfriend's chagrin and alarm. "Ayumu, you're going to choke!" As it was said, Ayumu began to cough and grabbed a glass of water. Yu couldn't help but be amused at her girlfriend's recklessness. "The food here is pretty good, huh?" she commented. Ayumu didn't have the dignity to respond. They paid and went for a walk downtown. Ayumu made sure to link their arms together, a gesture Yu appreciated. She always loved being close. The benefit of living in the city was that there was no shortage of shops to look at, but nothing looked especially interesting to Yu. Ayumu found something first.
Hey!
Yu looked to her girlfriend, who had already grabbed her purse.
We had those sandwiches last week. They were really good. They're limited time, so we should get them now.
Yu paid this time, and they broke one in half. Sandwiches were nice, because Yu and Ayumu could eat them as they walked.
Ooh, the onions are really good,
Yu said, taking a big bite.
Are they? I love the sauce they use.
In no time at all, the pair finished one bread treat before another showed up. Ayumu was more excited to point out a familiar store.
Ooh, the bakery is open. The croissants are always good. We have to stop there.
Ayumu bought them both a croissant. Yu took a bite and instantly remembered why she loved these so much. "It's so fluffy and delicious,
isn't it?"
They quickly finished and went on to look for something to do. It wasn't long until Ayumu tugged Yu's sleeve, pulling her attention towards a white and blue stand in the middle of the street, clearly an ice cream stand. There was a short line of parents and their kids in front of it.
"Want some?"
Ayumu asked. Yu was dense as hell, but she could recognize Ayumu really wanted some ice cream. Yu herself didn't want any, but letting Ayumu eat alone was definitely a bad idea. She nodded. "I could use something sweet after all that bread."
"Right? We had so many savory things. I need some sugar in my system."
"Of course. Need to balance it out." They sat on a bench and licked away, conversation stopping to indulge in their treats. Even now, Ayumu was sitting so close. It made Yu's heart pound. It was funny. They were childhood friends. Their parents always talked to them like they were sisters, and in fact, Ayumu's mother used to love talking about the girls in that context. That changed when they started going out. Touches, hugs, and physical skinship always came easy to the pair of them. But now that they were dating, it took on a whole new meaning. It was an expression of love. Maybe it was always an expression of love. Ayumu's feelings for Yu, and Yu's feelings for Ayumu, were constantly being communicated between them. The thought that they were so connected made Yu happy. "It feels good to be close to Ayumu," Yu said quietly. Ayumu took this as permission to lean closer together.
Me too.
A few quiet licks passed between them before Ayumu did something strange. She put down her half-finished ice cream to rest her head on Yu's shoulder.
Yu-chan, thanks for everything you do. If it weren't for Yu-chan, I would never have become an idol. Recently, I felt like we've been on top of the world together. I feel like I'm shining more than ever before.
That's a little out of nowhere.
It's because of Yu-chan that I feel this way.
Being the manager of so many talented idols is...
Not that,
Ayumu said, her tone serious.
Just listen. The way you care about people. The way you're always so kind and supportive of me. It means a lot to me.
I see.
Yu-chan, you're really special to me. I don't want to live in a world without Yu-chan. So please, always be with me.
Ayumu's hands were clenched together, her ice cream left to melt on the bench. Yu put an arm around her girlfriend, feeling Ayumu in her arms. Thanks, Ayumu. I don't want to live in a world without Ayumu either. Ayumu hummed in agreement, nuzzling into the crook of Yu's neck.